Okay, for our last special topic, we're going to talk about machine control cycles. Now, this is probably maybe a little bit more used than the other topics we're covering. You may have used it already. Anytime that you need to insert some special code into your post-to-G code file that isn't supported directly by your standard operations being posted, you can use what's called a machine control cycle. And you can use one of 4 different machine control cycles, and you can define those for whatever type of code that you want to insert into your posted code. And as you can see in the setup, you can define that machine control cycle where you want it to appear in the setup sequence of operations. So Joe's going to be going over that as well.
We're going to show you the machine control operations, the use of machine control operations. This is the part that I believe Don put together. The idea behind this is more to show concept than anything else. What he's defined is he's created sorted these operations by tool type. And we're assuming in this particular example anyway, that you have a machine that has a manual tool changer. You don't have an automatic tool changer, so whenever the tool needs to be changed, you have to do an op stop and get up there to some location and then do a manual tool change. So that's the reason we have sorted this by tools. And then to introduce the actual manual tool change, we have introduced a operation or a machine control operation. And then again, then the tool is changed, and then we got the 1/2-inch deep drill to do the drilling operation. And then once the drilling operations are done, we create another op stop operation, and then go into the final tool, which is a flat end mill of a 1/2-inch to do all the other operations. The way you define a machine control operation is you go up here to utilities. Here, this is a machine control operation where you specify, and there are 4 machine control cycles that you can define. This is a system limit of 4. So, and basically each of these cycles can be defined to output whatever code that you want to come out on the machine. So we're showing this example here. So I already created the machine tool, so operation, so I'm going to remove it. And I'll show you the posted file. Okay, if you look at it, so here I'm going to search for the opcode. Okay, as we hit the machine control operation, which is this op stop, the first op stop operation, we have defined the post to actually put a M00, which basically stops the operations. And then a controller message comes up saying load tool drill 1/2-inch at this point. So then the user actually will have to load it manually. Then once the loading is done, then the coolant is turned on, and then it's continues on to the next operation, and until it hits the next one, and the same thing happens here. Now we load the flat end mill, 1/2-inch flat end mill, to proceed with the previous the subsequent operations. So this is just an example of how you can set up the op stop or any machine control operation. And the only thing you need to do here in this case is define the code in the post processor for each of these cycles. So if you go pick up cycles in the post processor generator, you see these 4 machine control cycles that I mentioned. So in this particular cycle, code number 1, this is what we're outputting. We're outputting a comment. You're saying specifying operation to stop, you allow manual tool change, and then an M00. And that's what you saw that was being output in the G code. This is pretty useful if you have any kind of situation that is specific to your environment. For instance, some machine tools have zones of machining, and then if you wanted to specify a certain zone for machining, you can create a machine tool, machine control operation and specify the code, and that'll define that particular zone. That's another example of how you can use these machine control operations.